Happy Valentine's Day to you, Jeremiah. I know that this can be a difficult day for a lot of people, so I thought it would be nice to have a little stream where we can keep each other company and everything will be cute and nice and we can be happy. Little support stream, whichever. Oh, Julie, gallstones are the worst. Ouch, I'm so sorry, that is rough. I'm sending you lots of healing energy. I just felt Nadia nearby, so that's probably coming from her. I send some too, though. Odayan, you sent your bachelor thesis in today? Congratulations! Congrats! How long did that take you to put together? I don't even want to know. Congrats, really pleased for you. Hopefully that's a weight off your shoulders now. How are we doing? We're doing okay. We've been doing this thing where I had a look on, I was looking at courses on Skillshare, and I found this one called, it was like Living Intentionally or Living Purposefully or something like that, and the guy had some really interesting suggestions. So we've been trying to do little vlogs for a couple of days, and it's just made me realize how much I brush aside and how much we actually go through on a daily basis. So that's kind of interesting. Very interesting. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you think our hair looks healthy. It's nice and soft. It's very nice and soft at the minute. Oh, my Function of Beauty bottles. They come with little stickers, and Treble, you've just discovered your OSDD system. That can be intense. How are you doing? You feeling okay about it? We're not as knowledgeable on OSDD as we are about DID, but if you need any help or support, then feel free to have a little question and answer sesh if you would like. Will we open our PO box again? I'm sorry, but no, I don't think that we will. It's pretty dangerous. People were sending some really nasty stuff. So yeah, that's just not safe for us anymore. Is it possible you could mail for Patreon only? I don't know. I mean, the thing is that some people join our Patreon for like a couple of days and then take the stuff that we post for Patreon and share it on hate sites so people can like make fun of our bloopers and stuff like that. So I would be very worried that people would take our PO box address and sort of organise some nasty stuff to send. They do put together a lot of time to invest in what we do. So I've seen a couple of people ask about this on social media actually. There's a Trustpilot account for DissociaDID that we didn't make. We had to claim it because of this happening. But on a sort of a nasty thread on a specific site, people, there's a whole post of them coming together planning the nasty reviews that they're going to leave, like all really negative reviews, and they were planning to and have flooded Trustpilot with negative reviews for DissociaDID, which is, it's sad. I mean, it's a shame because then anybody who goes to Trustpilot, I'm not sure why anyone would go to, it's a bit of a weird thing to do really. I mean, it's not like you really review YouTubers, so I thought that was a bit strange, but yeah, it's definitely a little odd, but it's kind of sad that there's only negative reviews and things like that on there. So if anybody does go and have a look, it's not going to be balanced, and nobody who didn't know about this post where people have been organising this would know that it is sort of a vendetta thing, an organised attack essentially. So that's kind of a bit rubbish, but it doesn't really affect me, it doesn't really bother me, you know? We don't read it. We don't care. It's just a shame for other people who could potentially be helped by what we do, or for if we wanted to, I don't know, do something in the future with Trustpilot. I don't know what we'd want to do, but usually you're only allowed to, oh, I'm glad the lag got better, but usually you're only allowed to post on Trustpilot and stuff like that if you're doing like a monetary exchange or something like that. So I just thought it was really bizarre. So yeah, we'd be a little bit worried even if we tried to make things sort of Patreon only for the PO box, that people would then share it into those kind of spaces where people are very organised. I'm really glad to have all of you. I mean, Patreon is such a lovely, safe space for us. And I hope it is for you guys too. We work really hard to keep it safe for you. You should get your fans to you should get your fans to write nice reviews. We wouldn't want to ask anybody to do that. I don't know, it would just feel a little wrong of me to ask. I mean, if you guys would like to go and leave nice reviews, then that would be wonderful. Go ahead, please do. But I definitely wouldn't ask anyone to be like, please leave us a positive review for our YouTube channel, because I find that bizarre and a little, I don't know, I don't think that would be very genuine, you know? But yeah, feel free to if you would like to. Absolutely, I'm not going to stop anybody. I won't be like, don't say nice things about us online. But yeah, no, this isn't an instruction or anything like that, just, it just came up really, I suppose. Okay, so here's the thing, I'm going to talk with you super honestly right now, guys. I mean, you guys know that we're pretty damn honest about what we do anyway, but... Okay, when we came back from our break, I mean, we were very traumatized, we still are very traumatized, and we wanted to come back and do what we were doing and continue helping people as much as we could. That was why we came back. It's important to us. But we felt so scared and traumatized about everything that happened. We backed off from the personal sides of DissociaDID, and when we made it, it was never supposed to be about us. It was supposed to be about educating and stuff like that, but there was those aspects of, this is our life with DID, this is our experience, and you know what we've learned we will share with you, whether that's personally or through resources and things like that. And we thought that, well, maybe it's best just to stick to the educational side of stuff, because that would be safer. People tend to get hurt when we speak up about our life or our experiences or our alters, and that's never been our intention, and we've always done our very, very best to be accountable and do better. And we always will, because that's important. Knock knock, Nin, who's there? Elise. Oh, knock knock, who's there? Olive. Olive who? Okay, I'll wait for the next bit. But yeah, we started, I think, to maybe hide behind the educational side of stuff because we were struggling. But I'm tired of laying down for bullies, and I'm tired of silencing ourselves for other people's comfort. We're very careful with what we say and do, and a lot of the stuff we will always be silent about because we don't want to risk anybody getting hurt regardless. So I'm thinking maybe we go back to the personal sides of DissociaDID. We lost everything in one go. Our whole life changed, our whole future was suddenly gone, and now we're just trying to decide what do we do? What is safe? What is safe, but also what is right? Because I don't want to live a life that's entirely safe but has no joy, where we're hiding all the time. So I'm interested in whether you guys would like to see more personal stuff, like really honest takes on what our life with DID is, rather than just his general knowledge about DID. Here are other places you can find information on DID, because there's only so much of that we can do. We're not professionals, we're not therapists, but like, yeah, things are really complex. But I don't think it would be as complex if we didn't have DID. I mean, there wouldn't be any content if we didn't have DID, but I don't know. You know, we don't have all the time in the world to heal. And with DID, I mean, our body's never going to recover from the stuff that we went through. Our mind might, but it's going to take a long time. Like when we've been vlogging just for us recently, it's been like, I mean, we had a new altar turn up literally, what, like 3 days ago? And that was weird. I don't know, like I caught stuff on camera that I didn't even know was going on. So like, for example, the other night, I'd been so busy working and studying on no sleep that I'd just been focusing on that, and then just like, I don't know, went back into the headspace. I suppose it's just a blank for me. No girlfriend talk if you get a girlfriend. Well, I wouldn't want to put anybody in danger. I'm not looking for a relationship anytime soon. We've got a lot to work through. Yeah, no, Kyle was really struggling with his dysphoria last night. I think it was last night. But last night it was like, I haven't seen him like that, like through a camera's eyes. I've only sort of been aware of it in my head. So seeing it on camera as if it was someone else looking at him was really bizarre. Maybe we'll try it out. If you guys would like to see that, and if we're happy doing it, then, I don't know, maybe we can play around with some content. I just had a new alter. Yeah, it was, again, I wouldn't have known this happened if he didn't leave a video and one of my friends told me. So I was a little bit panicky about it because I was like, why is there a new alter? What are they going to be like? You know, do we have to go through all the communication stuff again? Are they going to work with the system or against the system? Has something else happened to us that we don't know about? Or is this just because we're not coping? Does that mean that I'm not doing well enough? It takes a lot of bravery to speak from the heart. And we usually do. I mean, well, we always do. Is the new alter a good friend? Don't know yet. I haven't spoken to them personally. I don't know what they look like. I know what they've told me and what my friend told me that they told them. And it seems like it's not gonna cause any trouble, and it's mainly for me to stop. I had some denial is so normal, honey. Denial is so normal. Yes, it's not bad. Are they aware they're in a system? Yes, they're aware they're in a system because they know where they came from, and we're not sure if it's like, okay, I'm not sure if it's like a new, well, it is a new alter, but okay. So what I know, I can only tell you what I know. There's part of our inner world which we weren't sure whether it's an alter or not, but it has left us a message before, so I guess that means it must be an alter, but it's part of the inner world. It's a sort of connection of cameras that go in the lower inner world, so sort of like through the dungeons, and inside the carousel, and into one of the Little's rooms. And it's also inside the carousel is where Jade works with all the filing, the memory filing stuff, and there's lots of sort of like big computer stuff in there and filing cabinets, and it kind of goes through the ceiling, the mainframe. It's a camera network essentially. And I don't know if they'd want to join the channel. I don't know enough yet. Oh, what was I saying? Yeah, okay, so the mainframe runs through the inner world, and we weren't sure really what it was. And this new alter seems to be connected to the mainframe, or like part of the mainframe, or from the mainframe. It's somehow connected to the mainframe, and the way it described itself, I don't know what the pronouns are for them, it, I don't know, he, I'm not sure. It's sort of like a projection of their consciousness or something along those lines. It was it's in some way connected to, I know I'm not making much sense, I don't really, yeah, but I think it was talking about trauma that it knows about, has some of Kyle's memories, has some of Jade's memories, has some of Ruby's memories and stuff like that, but it wasn't very emotional, and it kept saying no faces. So what I understand is that they have a vast of past abuse, specifically abuse and not trauma. And, well, I mean, abuse is trauma, but not other stuff, just abusive situations. And the categories, the different categories, sorry, I need to trigger warn this, trigger warning, I'm not going to say anything specific, but the word trauma and abuse will be used. Yeah, I can tell you why I think they turned up. There's no problem, it's just was needed for us. Yeah, overview of categories of abuse, but no connection to it, and no faces. So it doesn't remember faces. But what I think this is because, and sorry, I was dissociating from the fact that this is actually quite a difficult thing. I'm starting to dissociate. Idiot. I think that, yes, yeah, okay. I think the reason that we needed it is because I got some suggestions. I managed to trigger myself a while ago when we were preparing to film Jade's video about gatekeepers, which you guys voted on, and I wanted to do some separate research so that I could add some sort of like sources if people wanted to look at other stuff. And I somehow went down a rabbit hole and ended up on this really specific area of the internet that was really nothing to do with gatekeepers, and it was about specific types of abuse. And I just suddenly came to a really horrendous conclusion, and then had a huge flashback, I think, and I remember none of it. All I remember is, again, what my friend told me, because I was like, I'm not okay, please help ground me. And they did. But apparently I've been poking at it. I've been poking at it, not realising. It's kind of like, you know when your mind just wanders? Apparently my mind has been wandering in that direction. I've been triggering myself, and it's causing Jade a lot of work and Kyle a lot of distress to keep taking those memories back, or like guiding me around it so that I'm not looking at that stuff, because I'm not allowed to know yet, which is fine. I think the reason that this ultra is around is because somewhere in my consciousness I need some kind of answers. The reason this ultra exists, as I am assuming it to be, is because I keep peeking behind the curtain, as you put it. And oh, come on. I need some kind of answers somewhere in my subconscious that aren't triggering. I need something that will stop my mind from going there, but enough to satisfy. They can give a vague understanding of things without any emotion attached to it, without, there are images, but it's almost more of a suggestion of an image, shadows and no faces. And they kept saying that because they're just part of the mainframe, and because they're just a projection of what is essentially code and computers, then if they don't exist, then they can't tell. Yes, they're trying to protect me. They're trying to protect the system from me, partially, I think. Obviously, it's a little bit... Hello, quick question. Do you or someone in the system like to meditate? Nadia likes to meditate, but she hasn't fronted for a long time, except from a couple of times recently. I like to meditate as well. I use that app that we talked about on the channel, actually. I still use that. I've been using that for ages, Meditopia, and that's really, really good. Really, really good. It's, as Nina, I got along with Jade. Yeah, honestly, I got along with most people as Nina. Like, I would also intentionally piss people off, but, you know, I was very charming, so, yeah, like, me and Nin got on like a house on fire, but, like, things were still very, very complicated. Would you ever do a video about different types of therapy for DID? Sure. You'd like to try a different type? Yeah, of course. We can definitely do a video on that. I mean, there are lots of different types of therapy that can work for DID. There's not like a specific type of therapy that is just for DID, but there are loads of ones. DissociaDID has a future, absolutely. Yeah. I'm proud of what we do, and I'm confident in what we do. And I don't know, people are more than welcome to come and have fun with us, come and learn from us, or they don't have to. That's completely optional. Don't worry, guys. I know that, you know, when I mentioned that there's a group of people who follow and stuff like that, yeah, they're probably from that group. I know that this has probably been posted there by now, potentially. Yeah, we have an automatic moderating system that moderates YouTube with us. It's done by YouTube and stuff like that. So, yeah, we're not bothered. I wouldn't worry, guys. I wouldn't pay any kind of attention. It's not generally coming from a nice place, or a place where people want to actually get the answers. It's more a harassment thing, I generally think. So don't let it upset you. Don't let it get to you. Anybody who has an issue is more than welcome to go somewhere else. But honestly, we don't actually get that many negative comments because any comments that are picked up by filters and stuff like that go into a held for review box. And honestly, there really just isn't that much. A lot of people think that we just delete loads and loads of comments, but we don't. There really aren't that many to delete. We just have a really loving selection of followers, which is wonderful. That's such a healthy way of dealing with everything. Yeah, I mean, you know, we've experienced a lot of abuse and rubbish in our life, and a lot of people expecting us to fix everything for them. And it's not our responsibility to do that, you know? We can't manage the emotions of other people. Nobody can, and nobody should be expected to, but we're also not responsible for the upkeep of entire communities or you know, like groups. Like, we can't be the foundation for a group of people, because we're not. I mean, we're a 24-year-old system. We're just trying to figure out what life is and how to live well and happily and in a way that is safe for other people. A lot of people put us on a pedestal, I think, and a lot of the expectations that are put on us are just not possible to live up to. But we try our best to be good people, to be respectful, to be understanding. We don't get involved in rubbish, and you know, we've got a job to do. You know, we've got something to aim for, and that is to help as many people as we can. I feel like I don't always remember that you're only a few years older than me, because you seem so much more well-spoken. With great cat power comes great responsibility, yes. Yeah, there are dedicated hate sites, but I mean, I wouldn't involve yourself in like portals to the dark web, as somebody I know describes them. You know, stay here. Stay somewhere positive and honest. Your natural hair colour looks nice on you. Thank you. We try very hard to be mindful and respectful, and a lot of the time we stay silent because we know that no matter what we say, people will twist it and use it either to harm us or, even worse, to harm other people. So a lot of people are like, you know, why haven't you responded to this and stuff like that, and I don't want anyone to get hurt. I don't want to be part of continuing a cycle of aggression and stuff like that. Age is a weird thing for us, like a really weird thing, because a lot of the time I still feel a lot younger than I am, but I have to act in a way that is well, we've always had to act in a way that was older than our age, I think. It's just weird when you lose so much of your life, but time doesn't wait for you. You know? How old? Nadia's only 17, so Nadia's a minor. Does everybody have a different birthday? Some alters have birthdays and some don't, so Kyle, 23, feeling like a 50-year-old. Mood. Especially like all the time I'm like, oh my god, my back, oh my god, my shoulders, oh, my legs, or, you know, sometimes you just wake up, well, sometimes I just wake up and I'm like, well, it's going to be a cane day today, you know, I have to go get my cane and sort of like wobbling around on it. So, you're, oh, I'm sorry that your body is painful. That is really hurtful and rubbish to carry on. Do you still have the same chronic fatigue problems? Yeah, the chronic fatigue goes to all alters. Like, some of us can deal with it better than others or are less affected by it, but we spend a lot of time just having to lay, and I mean, we lay and work. Like, we don't just lay there and do nothing. Like, we're working almost all the time. We're either working or studying pretty much all the time, and usually we'll get a couple of hours to ourselves before bed. Have you considered streaming and starting a Discord? A lot of people ask us to, but I don't feel like there would be a way to keep it as safe as we would like it to be. And we don't want anything with sort of our name connected to it that we don't feel is safe, because we don't want to provide something to you that we don't feel like we'd be able to moderate correctly and ensure the safety of the people using it, because we care about you. So yeah. Yeah, chronic fatigue and brain sensitive things, as you said, are connected. Yeah, a lot of physical issues and disabilities are connected to trauma. A Little is asking if you like unicorns. Unicorns are great. Unicorns are great, yes. But one of our little's kind of close to the front. Would your little like to see some of our unicorn toys? Are they okay? Do any of your alters have bipolar? I don't think so, no. The thing is with Discord is that we've never really used it. Like, we played around with the idea of starting one up like 2 years ago, maybe longer than that. But we've never like used it ourselves. Like, we've been on a couple of groups and literally done maybe like 2 days on it and then just stopped looking at it. So we're not like super familiar. Yeah, now that I think about it, yeah, I couldn't get out the unicorn collection. I could go and pick a toy and be fine, but because I know which are and which aren't strong positive triggers. But we have a load of cuddly toys. I'm part of 7 Discord communities. 7? But isn't it like with Discord, if anybody gets hold of the link, then they can join? What's my phone screensaver? It's somebody's dog off TikTok. It's a, oh. The thing is that I'm trying to lock the screen, but every time it sees my face, it unlocks immediately. So I can't, it's got a little TikTok, someone and Daisy. I think Brooklyn and Daisy or something like that. But it won't stay locked long enough for me to look at it, because when it recognises my face, it unlocks. Okay. I think we should probably get going. It's getting kind of a good boy dog. I think it's a female dog. I'm not sure. Okay. Thank you for chilling with us on the stream, guys. This was really chill. If you guys would like more Patreon live streams, then I'm more than happy to do that. I think Kyle would enjoy it. Yeah, we probably got to head off now. Thank you guys. We'll see you later. Bye. Have a good rest of your day. Take care.